Right, so I'm just out on Wednesday afternoon. Oh, it's actually drizzling now. Doing a bit of a winter job. We're down at farm 1 on the winter barley. As you can see, most of the field's looking quite good. It's a little bit yellowy where it's got a bit of chemical take up. You can see a bit of yellowing in the leaves there. It will get over that quite quickly, but we're still getting some slug damage. But it's not too bad on those bits. But I'm just putting some slug pellets on the dark patches of the fields where it hasn't got off to a very good start with wet soil. So the slugs will probably, completely finish it off there. So I'm just putting a bit of slug pellets on those dark patches. Yeah, and that'll help the crop out. We're sort of caring for the crop at the moment, caring for my crop. Not that it's my crop, but it feels like it's my crop. I'm growing it, so I've just moved into the next field over of winter barley, and these patches here are normally really bad for blackgrass. We've had some really bad patches of blackgrass here in the past, and it's really clean. I'm really pleased with it actually. We've done a great job. We had 2 chits pre-drilling. We worked the soil and rolled it and sprayed it off, and then we've got the pre-emergent spray on after drilling as well, and it seems to have done a really good job. I mean, this here is normally a carpet of blackgrass, and I can't see anything. So yeah, I guess we've done a good job. I'm on the X days wheat now at farm 3. There's a few little patches here that are a bit iffy. So I'm just doing patches where it's all a bit dark. Over there there's a wet, it's basically anywhere there's a wet patch is where we're having trouble with slugs. We've got patches like, where was it? Here, look. I think that's rabbits that have eaten that. They've just chomped a lot, but that's okay, that'll grow back. But on the whole, this is looking quite good. I don't think last week helped when it was cold. It sort of slowed it all up a bit, but it's mild again this week, so it's getting better. It looks better from down this end of the field. You see the rows, look. Right, so it's Monday, 15th of November. I've just come up to farm 2 to have a look, see what the field conditions are like. I've got 100 hectares of wheat up here, amongst other things, but the wheat has got to be sprayed this week. So yeah, the leaf is pretty much dry. There's a few little droplets of moisture on the leaf, if you look, which I think the leaf is actually dry enough to go spraying, but it's just the soil is very tacky. So if you look at my boot, look, I've just walked across one field that's a bit more clay-like, and it's very tacky and greasy. So I've not got a massive amount to do, and it looks like it's a dry week forecast. So I'll probably come back this afternoon and see if it's any drier, see if the top's hazed off a little bit. I'm not sure if you can see, but there's not a breath of wind. Not a breath. So it's pretty damp this morning. So I'm still videoing on my phone. I'm not sure if you can tell. I have got a new DJI on order. It's coming in the post. I had to mail order it because Argos and Currys were sold out. It looks like DJI have just brought out a new action camera. So not many people are stocking the older one anymore. I'm guessing they're maybe running out, or they discontinued them. But yeah, I've ordered the older one, the one I had before. Right, so Monday afternoon, as you can see by the sunshine, things have, the ground sort of hazeled off a little bit, and the tyres are travelling quite clean. Wheat's looking really good in the sunshine. I'm going to spray I'm going to spray 50 hectares this afternoon and another 50 hectares tomorrow afternoon. And then when I'm not spraying, I'll be hedge cutting in the mornings. You should miss that pole, just about. Got my tram line in the right place. So yeah, what I'm spraying these fields with is, I'm going to put you back on here, so I can use both hands. I'm spraying, I've put some insecticide on to kill aphids. Because of the mild weather what we've been having, the aphids are quite active and they carry a disease called BYDB. I've got the sun in the eyes again. I have explained this situation before, but I will do it again because I expect there's quite a lot of you thinking I'm a bit of an a-hole for spraying insecticides on the field. But we didn't used to have to spray insecticide on these crops because the actual seed used to have a dressing on it that had an insecticide on it, and then it would only kill the insect that ate the leaf of the plant that was growing. The seed dressing was called Deere, and the active ingredient, it was the neonicotinoids that got banned, like on the oilseed rape. So yeah, the government banned that, and now instead of the insecticide that was on the seed only killing insects that tried to eat the plant, we're now having to spray insecticide on the crop to kill the aphids, but it doesn't just kill the aphids, it kills all the other insects that are down there, so it's pretty sad really. But we have to spray the insecticide just to protect the crop from the disease, otherwise it's a complete waste of money growing the crop. I'm on the last field now, the sun's already setting. It's only, what is it, 4 o'clock? So it sets pretty early this time of year. I'll just get out and show you something in this field in a sec. I decided to get out and show you something. In this field, like I said, I'm on the last field, and this seems to be the only one that's been affected by it. There's some lines out here in the crop, where the crop's dying. Luckily it's only one field that's suffering. Oh, it's back here, look, I can see it quite clearly when I look this way. What it is we're getting all these little wheat plants that are dying. They just pull out, well, basically there's a little grub that's in the ground that's eating them, or eating the bottoms off. I'm not sure how easy it is to find the grubs in the ground. Emma did show me the other day, the agronomist, the little grubs. And what it is there's some little flies that, I'll show you the sprayer, look, it's looking good in the sunset. There's some little flies called frit fly, and they lay their eggs in the stubble. It's normally when you've got lots of stubble and lots of straw on the ground. They lay their eggs in the straw, in the stubble, and then you get these little white grubs, and then they just eat the crop basically. We did used to be able to spray them with a chemical, I'm pretty sure she said it was called Deere's van. That would kill the frit fly or the frit fly grubs. But like everything else, that's been banned as well. On the filler cap for this, or the filler tube for the AdBlue on the sprayer, the tube hasn't got much pull on it. So when you pump the AdBlue in there, it all starts coming back out the cap. So what I have to do is lean the machine over, push that in there. Oh, it says. Put that bit of metal in there, and it tips the machine. It tells the suspension to tip over like that. And then I can pump the AdBlue in without it coming back out again. Okay, it's Tuesday afternoon. I've just filled up the sprayer with another load. I forgot to say yesterday that I am also putting some herbicide on some of the wheat fields as well as insecticide. The herbicide is to take out any weak black grass that is still managing to just about grow, even though we put the pre-emergent on. So that herbicide that I'm putting on now will just sort of finish it off. And what I'm doing is spraying the other half of the wheat, the 100 hectares of wheat. I did the first half yesterday afternoon. I'm doing the second half today. But then once this is sprayed, that'll be it for this year until the spring. Farm 2 will be put to bed, sprayed up and put to bed. I'm just going to walk out here and show you. We've got a bit of there's a bit of damage from those frit fly larvae out here. I thought that the frit fly normally lay their eggs on the trash, on the stubble. but there's actually rows. I'm not sure if you can see, there's a row there, a row there, a row there, and what they are where the straw came out the back of the New Holland demo combine, and there was quite a lot of volunteers underneath, or quite a lot of seeds underneath the straw. So it was quite thick volunteers. Yeah, there was quite thick volunteers there before I drilled this crop of wheat, because this is second wheat, this is. And you see that you can just pull them out the ground. The little fruit fly larvae are just chewing off the bottoms. There we go, I just managed to cut out one of the little larvae. It's just there on my finger. Not that it's focusing very well. And I found that, look, in the stem of that plant. It's a shame that the insecticide that I'm putting on to kill the aphids doesn't kill the fruit fly larvae. So my new camera came in the post today, so all I'm waiting for is a microphone adapter which plugs into there, and then that microphone cable then plugs into the adapter, because for some reason the microphone can't just be straightforward and plug straight into the camera. So hopefully I'll be able to finish this video off using that camera, and you'll be able to see a difference between me filming on my phone and using the action camera. There's quite a lot of money's worth right there in my hand. It's about $3.30 for the camera, $25 for that case, $25 for that battery pack. That's a battery there, so I can plug a cable going from USB right there, look, into the camera, so it charges it up. I can also charge my phone off of this battery pack, which is really helpful. It was £50 for the microphone, another £25 for the microphone adapter, so you do the maths, I think that works out around 450 quid. And that is the reason why I have the Patreon account, is because the money I get from running the Patreon account pays for the equipment that I use to make the videos. Okay, Wednesday afternoon / evening. It's nearly evening, it'll be getting dark in a minute. As you can see, I'm still out in the sprayer. I'm at farm 1 now on the winter barley. This is the first go with the new camera, so I'll be interested to hear in the comment section if you can tell the difference between video quality and audio quality. I'm pretty sure you get a much wider screen on this action camera than what you do on my phone. The first half of this, I've got to turn on the headlamps, so the first half of this video was filmed on my phone, so, and now we're on the DJI Osmo Action, which I really like. So I'm trying to do 3 different things at once here. A lot of people do make perfectly good YouTube videos on their phones. It does work. I just quite like using the action camera because I can put a magnet on the bottom of it. I can stick it to different things. I'm pretty sure you get a wider lens angle lens, and you get better audio. The ground's travelling really well actually. This time of year you can't normally get anywhere near this ground with a machine because it's too boggy, but we've had quite dry weather recently, which has been nice. It's a shame we haven't had dry weather ever since we drilled this crop, because we had 60 mil of rain like the week after we drilled this, and yeah, we've ended up with a few bare patches because we had so much rain. And also the crop's looking a little bit yellowy in places, and that's because some of the chemical got washed down to the seed and well, what got washed down to the roots. This is the last spray now before we're basically just putting the crop to bed for the winter. Once I've finished, tomorrow I shall finish the spraying. There's some partridges running around out in the field there, look. They must be wild ones because nobody puts partridges down on this farm. Yeah, I'll finish the spraying tomorrow, and then that'll be it for this year. I shall be putting the sprayer to bed for the winter, and we won't use it until the spring. I think we got to give the stock tractor a service tomorrow, the John Deere 5100M. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing that, stick around and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, Thursday morning, I've got the 5100M in the workshop, and I've just completed the 2,500 hour service. So I've changed the engine oil and filters, and hydraulic and transmission filter. Checked all the levels on the axles and the back end. I've also gone through a checklist of safety checks and health checks. Things like wheel bolts, tyre pressures, or make sure all the lights are working and everything. Even things like seat belt, just make sure it's all safe to use on the farm really. So this tractor just gets used for livestock jobs, a lot of loader use, you know, bedding up cows and things like that. Oh, walked into a barrel. It's just a bog standard livestock tractor. It's a 2017. It came to us ex-hire, and it's been a very good, reliable tractor. Absolutely no problems at all, I don't think. It does have suspension on the loader, so it's not totally standard. Shut the bonnet down. I'm pretty sure they don't make the 5 100M anymore. It's now a 6 series, 6 100M up to a 6 150M. I'll quickly show you in the cab. I've got another job to go and do in a minute. I've got an oil leak on the sprayer, so that's the next job to fix. Manual loader joystick, manual gear stick, manual spools. It's got a left-hand forward reverse shuttle. It doesn't need to be too technical, just for doing livestock duties. Right in there somewhere. That top pipe, I reckon. I'm pretty sure I've managed to fix it. It just needed tightening up with a spanner. Yeah, it's not leaking anymore. Seems like somebody thought that they would, where it'd be a good idea to come and drive across our fields. Had a right old drive around out here. I mean, that's going to take a bit of sorting out. There's a bit of a mess there. I think it's willow blown over. So I'm just finishing off the week with a nice bit of relaxing hedge cutting. It's Friday now. I have got a lorry load of wheat at some point today, but apart from that, just hedge cutting. Did see a couple of people asking about when I got the camera stolen, if I had told the police. I did inform the police. I did get a crime number, but then I did get an email saying that they weren't going to follow up the crime. So, but at least I notified them about it, so that if anything does get handed in, then they'll know where it came from. Next week looks like another dry week, so I'm probably going to take the hedge cutter off on Monday. Once we know it's definitely going to be dry, we're going to put the fert spinner on. Because I've got a load of MOP, a load of potash that needs spreading on all the arable fields, so we shall get that job done, and then that'll be one less job to do in the spring then. The other thing I'm going to get done today is a haircut. 5 o'clock, I've got a haircut booked, so I'll get rid of me mop. Alright, this guy's got his weigher switched on, so we'll be able to see what weight we've got in the bucket. You'll have to bear with me. I'm going a bit steady here because I'm doing it with one hand. Alright, so we're on, what is it? 5,650 kilos. And now it's on 7,750. I'll let you guys do the maths on that. I can't think that quick.